everybody, it's Nick and Addie, aka the Monkey, and we had talked about doing a 2019 Ranger video, and here we are in the Ranger. This one is a Lariat, equipped obviously with a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine, which is a turbocharged engine. It's mated to a 10-speed automatic, which they all are, so only engine option, only transmission option. You still have the option for 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, and one thing that they only have this year is super cabs or crew cabs. In the past, Ford has had regular cabs, but it's been a while. I mean, Ford got rid of in 2011, the Ranger was the last time it was out. So now that it's come back, they've redesigned it totally, still a body on frame, and it makes it capable of being able to tow up to 7,500 pounds, capable of up to 1,800, actually just a hair over 1,800 pounds of payload capacity. And that 2.3 liter in it, I think a lot of people are looking at it like it's a 4-cylinder. Why would I want a 4-cylinder in my pickup truck? The thing's got 270 horsepower. The 2.7 liter EcoBoost in the F-150 is 325, so it's not that much less, and it's in a smaller truck. I mean, this is a small truck. We've got people that say, I want a small truck to be a small truck. You compare this to an F-150, it is a small truck. I had my dad look at it, and he's got a Super Crew F-150, and it's definitely a lot less space in the crew cab of these versus the F-150s. But I think it is a great truck, especially for those smaller families, maybe mom and dad and 2 kids, or, just, 4 people always riding with you. Great room and things like that. So here we go. Let's take it for a ride and see what you guys think. All right, guys, as we're driving around here in town, we were talking about some of the features these trucks have now, and one of them is the front and rear sensors. The front sensors are really nice. I was just pulling into a parking spot here a little earlier before I started the video up here again, and it lets you know when you're getting close to that, the wall that might be in front of you or the car that's going to be in front of you. And then other things, the rear sensors, and Ford has made the rear view camera even standard now too. So being able to back up to a trailer, really easy. Being able to see what's behind you when you're backing up. Make sure you don't hit that trash can or maybe the car that's parked behind you that's a little bit closer than you thought. Again, just some great features that Ford's added to these vehicles. And then, like I was talking about, the Sync 3 system. I really like it just because the Sync 3, the new one that's been updated for Ford, is really fast. I love that they have a search option on this thing that will be able to look for things that you're not exactly sure what you're looking for, but you can start typing in kind of a general idea of what you're wanting, or if there's a specific location you're looking for, you can type that in. I love that. The navigation system, super easy to use, especially with the voice commands, and using voice commands for things like temperature control. I mean, little things like that is kind of nice just to have total hands-free, but Ford's gotten into also having obviously the automatic temperature control, heated seats in these Lariats. You can actually get the heated seats in the XLT, but it has to be in that 302A package, which would then give you heated cloth seats. The other great thing about these trucks is the B&O sound system. Tons of speakers, great sound. It's Bang & Olufsen for anybody out there that doesn't know what B&O is. It's a company that Ford just got in with that I didn't know who they were either at first, but because we'd used Ford for so long, we've been using Sony for so long, for the last few models of the F-150. So it's a new brand for us, but we're excited to use them. But great feeling. The steering is great. What do you think about the ride, Addie?
I think it's really nice and comfortable.
You think it's comfortable? Okay. I mean, yeah, I think the suspension really absorbs the imperfections in the road really well. For being a 4-wheel drive, still has a really nice feel. The steering is still electronic power assisted steering in these, so being able to turn in these trucks is really super easy. Being able to park it, again, super easy. For those people who don't need a full-size truck or just dread the idea of having to park a full-size truck and don't need the full-size truck, the Ranger's a really great option. I mean, be able to park it in a parking spot makes it super easy. And again, all these technologies on the truck are just fantastic. So I really do like the F-150s, but the Ranger definitely has a lot to offer people who don't need a full-size truck. And another feature that Ford's actually added to these trucks too, we came to a stop back there a little bit ago, and it has their auto start stop feature. You do have a button down here to actually turn that off, but the thing is you have to do it every time you get into the truck. But it does help when you're sitting at those long lights or sitting at a stop for a long period of time. It does help you to save on gas a little bit, and I get why Ford's doing it. It does help. And for them to be able to make vehicles like the GT350, the GT500, things that have a gas tax on them, they need to be able to prove to the government that they can meet the regulation. So I'm glad that Ford's doing it so we can have really cool vehicles like that. But on the same thing, I get it. It's a little bit of a nuisance. Other things, though, that Ford has with these, you've got blind spot information systems on these trucks, so you can always see if someone's in your blind spot or backing out of a spot at a store or a restaurant, trying to back out, and you can't see around the vehicles on either side of you. Lets you know if someone's coming or not. And then Ford also came out with their four-wheel drive system on these is very similar to what they have on the Explorers. It's a terrain management system. You still have the capability of a rotary knob for 2, 4 high and 4 low, but then in the center of that four-wheel drive switch, there's actually a TM button, which is your terrain management system. So that enables you to pull up a display that I'll show you here in just a little bit of what you're able to see, whether it's snow, grass, gravel, whether it is mud, whatever the conditions may be. It's all visually what you see before you, and then you can just tell it, this is what I've got to go through, and it'll switch it to 4 high or 4 low, whatever the need is in that situation, and then distributes the torque to the wheels the best way to get the best traction too. So yeah, I think it's another great piece of technology that Ford's added to these vehicles so that people don't have to worry about, do I need to be in 4 high? Do I need to be in 4 low? I know we've all been there. It's not a fun situation. You don't want to hurt the vehicle, but it is a great piece of technology. Another thing is with these rear view cameras too, I've just talked about it earlier. I love that Ford's got these on there. Gives you guidelines and also shows you the center line for the truck too. Shows you where the hitch is at, so it makes it so much easier to connect a trailer by yourself. So yeah, great technology. We'll show you here a little bit more. Hey guys, decided to get into the back of the truck and just kind of check it out. You know, I was sitting up front for most of the video, but wanted to get in the back with Addie and just see what it feels like to be, you know, I'm a 5'10" adult and had my seat back far enough that I was comfortable up front, but sitting in the back, I mean, I could definitely ride back here, you know, from our central Illinois area up to Chicago or something like that and feel pretty comfortable. The seat isn't as supportive as I would like it. I would love if the cushion came up a little bit more and hit me in the back of the thighs a little bit more, gave me a little bit more support, but it's a lot better than what we used to have with the Super Cab Rangers back in 2011 and that. But overall, I think it's pretty comfortable. I think you could definitely get 2 full-size adults back here. Getting 3 would be a little bit difficult, but like I said before, if you've just got a 4-person family, 2 kids, 2 adults, I think it works out well, and it's a truck that the family can grow in. What do you think?
I think it's pretty nice back here.
Think it's pretty nice?
Yeah.
I agree. All right,
Really nice.
Let's show you some of the technology up front, guys. All right, first off, this is our center console. You'll have your gear selector, which Ford has not gone to the rotary knob with the gear selector on the Rangers at this point, so you still have that as well. And I was talking about earlier with the 4-wheel drive system. So you still have 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, but there's that center button, that terrain management system. So when you press that button up here on the dash, you'll get a notification once I get rid of the seatbelt warning that Addison's no longer wearing her seatbelt. You'll get this, your terrain mode. So normal, grass, gravel, and snow, which then your 4 high comes on. If you switch it to mud, rut, still 4 high, and then sand. Again, still 4 high, but you have the capability, like I showed you earlier, to put it into 4 low if you feel like you really need it. This is your dash layout though too. Very similar to what you saw in the edges, the escapes, a lot of Ford vehicles. So you can get into this vehicle and kind of know exactly how everything works and where everything's at. Because as far as their steering wheel goes, you still have their 5-way pad on the left side and on the right side to control what you see in each screen on the dash. Cruise control is located on the left-hand side, but now Ford also offers a adaptive cruise, which they have given the Ranger that option as well. So this is optional on the Lariat and on the XLT. This is to set the gap between you and the vehicle in front of you. If you come up on them a little bit quicker, it will automatically slow you down. And along with that radar system, they have the emergency brake assist. So if you don't start applying the brakes quickly and the situation deems that you should, it will automatically start putting the brakes on. But again, Ford does show that the conditions need to be right too. Raining and inclement weather like fog too can also mess that up. So that is just still something you should be proactive in doing yourself as well. Ford still has the automatic headlamps. You do have a cargo lamp button down here, and then they've relocated the mirror switch up here on the dash. Now, another great feature that they have on this truck that you see on like the Super Duties and F-150s is power fold mirrors. So when you press this button, your mirrors come in automatically. Press it again, and it puts them back out. So with everybody that has like a tighter squeeze to get in their garage, that might be an option that would definitely help you guys out. Another thing on the end of the headlamp and turn signal stalk, you have your lane keeping assist button right here to turn it on and off. And when you press that button, you'll see the lane system coming on, and it keeps you in your lane and gives you either a vibration in the steering wheel or an audible warning and visual warning that you've drifted out of your lane, or you can have both. And it will also be able to assist you back using electronic power assisted steering. I myself don't like it on all the time because here in the country, you don't always have the guidelines, and sometimes they're got tar snakes and things like that all over them. So it makes it kind of difficult for the system to read those. On the right side of the steering wheel, you still have your 5-way pad here to control your entertainment screen. But then down below that, you have your redundant audio controls along with your Bluetooth connectivity. And then to the Sync 3 system. Again, super nice system. I love that Ford did this on their vehicles. The Sync 3 is so much more intuitive than the old system and a lot quicker. Going to your audio, going to climate, and being able to adjust everything. You've also still got your phone functionality. And the great thing with phone now too is if the vehicle does not come with standard navigation from Ford, you can actually pair up your phone and use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to navigate around. But this one does have the full nav, which you can also do your searches through as well, and upload apps that are compatible with Sync 3, some being like Spotify or Pandora, things like that. Another setting, you've got your general settings, and just like a mobile phone, they are just swipe to the left and right. Controlling vehicle functionality, automatic updates, because Sync 3 has the capability of being connected to your home Wi-Fi. Ambient lighting is still an option with a lot of these vehicles that people love to have. Another great one though is Ford Pass Connect. That is a mobile app you can put on your phone, and you can be able to remote start, remote lock, and unlock your vehicle from your phone. And as long as your phone has a signal, you're able to do that. So again, another great piece of technology that should make it really nice for people who do a lot of traveling. I feel coming out of a terminal at an airport and wanting to start your vehicle up and get it warmed up when you're coming out in cold weather, being able to have that option now is really nice. And then also you've still got redundancies down here as far as 12-volt outlets, but your temperature controls are all right here as well. 2 more USB connections down here. And then you've also got down in front of your 4-wheel drive system, your trailer tow mode. This is your descent control. There's that automatic start-stop feature that I said you could turn off. Your rear sensors can be turned off as well. That's your traction control system. And then right here is another great feature. That is your electronic locking differential. So you'll press and hold that, and it'll come on there, letting you know that the rear diff is now locked. Press and hold it again, and it turns off. All right, for 2019, this is actually their Velocity Blue, and this is a Lariat. So it does have things, instead of the sport package, it has the chrome grille with chrome front bumper. You can also see that it has the fog lamps and those front sensors on the bumper. As you come around the side, you're gonna see the chrome wheels that these come with. This one's on the Hankook Dynapro all-terrains. And because it's the Lariat with the chrome package, it's also got the chrome running boards on it too, which if you're shorter in stature, definitely makes a lot of sense. You'll always know what kind of trim level you have because Ford definitely right underneath the Ranger logo lets it say Lariat. And then you also have the chrome skull caps basically for your mirrors. But the great thing is about these trucks, a lot of them come with the flip keys, but the Lariat gives you the fob. So it has lock, unlock, and then you can also have a remote start and the panic button. But the great thing about these keys is that if you walk up to the truck and want to lock it, all you need to do, press right to the little black pad, but when you're ready to go, hand behind it and it unlocks for you. Another thing is about these, the crew cabs have plenty of space, I think, for a family of 4, even if you need to take an extra person with you. This one being the FX4 off-road does give you the limited slip, or in this case, the electronic locking differential now on these. And then this one, because it's a Lariat and technology package in it, does have the blind spot information system. Ford did a great job with the back, having the Ranger embossed on the Ranger tailgate itself. There's the hitch with 7-pin and 4-pin wiring harness right there, just like the F-150s have, and along with the reverse sensors. And then Ford smartly put their rear view camera right in the center of the tailgate. Tailgate is lockable, and the tailgates on these, super light. This one had a bed liner already in it. But again, Ford gave you a 5.5-foot bed with the crew cabs. They give you a 6.5-foot bed with the super cabs. But just a great looking truck. Ford, I think, did a great job with the truck itself, giving you pretty much everything you can get on an XLT F-150 or even a Lariat F-150. I mean, tons of options, and you can fit it to the way you need a truck to be. All right, guys. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this review of the 2019 Ford Ranger. One thing you'll know about me is I do work at a Ford dealership, so I'll be reviewing lots of Ford vehicles, trying to come out with as much information as I possibly can. If there's things you guys want to know out there that's coming out, or if there's information about, please hit something in the comment section and I'll try to get to it. Also, hit the subscribe button down there. We'd love for you guys to be subscribed to us. We've just started up the channel and we're hoping to come out with at least a video a week. And then also hit the notification button, so when that new video does pop up, you guys know about it. But appreciate you guys. Hope everybody has a blessed day and enjoy the ride today. We'll be seeing you soon.